Hey everybody, how you doing today? It's actually really early. I couldn't sleep. I woke up and I had so much on my mind. Yesterday was an amazing day. I got to spend with my brother and with my father, and some good things happened. And God really did a lot in my life actually yesterday. And one of the things that God did for me was He kind of touched my life in a category of effort. What kind of effort am I giving to life? What kind of effort am I giving to being a good father, being a good husband? And sometimes we think that we're doing enough just to get by, and I'm getting by, so I'm okay. And we begin to compare ourselves with other people and say, well, I'm not as bad as so and so, or I'm better than this, or I'm better than that. But really, that's not the point of living well. That's not the point of life. Really, we should be doing our very, very best in everything that we do. We should be people of excellence because, not only is it the right thing to do, but for one, God blesses that. He really touches that and He does something good in your life because of the effort and the excellence that you give forth, that you put forth. I remember doing a message a long time ago, and I talked about what is it that we're giving God. Are we giving the best of ourselves to God? Are we allowing God to use the very best of us? Or are we doing mediocre jobs? Are we giving half of what we really can do? And I began to realize that one with God is majority. If we give God a little bit, He can do a lot with a little bit. But if we give God everything that we have and we give Him our best efforts to be a best father, to be the best husband, the best friend, and the best person that we can be, the best employee, God takes that and He uses that and He does some amazing things with it. So I fell short in these categories a lot, especially at work. A lot of times I found myself giving less than my best. That's for sure. And I believe that God has touched me and God has changed me, and I really look forward to giving my best even at work, and as a father and as a husband and as a son and brother, and I'm really excited about my future right now. I'm excited to see what God's going to do. I want to encourage you to really put forth the effort today and do your very best. A lot of times we think that God owes us something just because we're alive. We think things should be a certain way, or that we deserve things to fall out of heaven and just work out for us. But I'm here to tell you it don't work that way. It doesn't. I wish it did work that way, but it doesn't work that way. God responds based on deserve and not need. If you need something, that's one thing. But if you have not done anything and you have not given the effort, it's not gonna come. It could come, but the chances are slim. There's a passage in the Bible that talks about the sower, and he's a very, very bright, intelligent man. And the reason he's intelligent is because he's sowed. He's wise because it's wise to sow. It's wise to put forth the effort and to go and make the difference and to go put in the work and begin to apply yourself to what it is that you do have. And he went and he sowed and he sowed and he sowed. And because he sowed, it brought forth fruit and crops, and he was able to reap because he sowed. Now, some of the plants didn't come forth, and that's just really the way it's going to be. Not everything you do is going to come forth, but your chances really do multiply. And then it says that some of the plants, the crops, they came forth and they brought forth, 60-fold, 100-fold, and just it multiplied. His efforts began to multiply, and that's what God will do for you. My phone's going off here. That's what God will do for you. Give your very best, do your very best, and watch God bless your life. I promise that He'll do it. He's a good God, and He wants to bless you, but He really wants to see you put forth everything that you have into this life that He has blessed you with, because we're not promised anything tomorrow. The very most important things to you that you have right now that you might be taking for granted and you might not really be appreciating can be taken away from you tomorrow. And that's when you start to really realize, wow, I did have it good. I was blessed to be able to have this in my life, and now it's gone. So I want to encourage you to take inventory of what you do have. Moses had a stick, and that's all he had, but he had an obedient heart that was willing to give his best. And he went out and he led the people out of Israel because he had a stick and he had God on his side. One with God will always be majority. You can do anything in your life if you put your mind to it and you allow God to touch it. Okay, so I want to encourage you to do that. I want to encourage you to go ahead and go into this day with some gratitude and gratefulness for what God's given you, and I want you to really give your best today. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Take care. God bless.